Grow My Cleaning Company teaches owners of cleaning companies just like you how to grow your company, make more money, and finally take charge of your financial future and your life. This podcast is about automating and creating systems that give you time and money freedom so you can grow like crazy without losing control. Since this is totally free, if you're getting tons of value, want to support us, and make sure that you get more of the good stuff, subscribe, rate, and review to this podcast today. Now, on to the show. Hey everybody, welcome. I am super excited to join you guys today. For those of you that are live, I am just about getting ready to go to Vegas for the big ISSA, or for our Millionaire Mastermind meeting and the big ISSA event. Hopefully we'll be able to see you there. Today we are talking about how to get time and money freedom from your cleaning company. The problem is most of you guys, many of you guys are working harder than you've ever worked. Hopefully having more fun than you've ever had, but you've got less time and sometimes less money than you ever had before. And again, we think, oh, well, hold on, look at that, had a chair in my thing. We can't have that, unacceptable. So yeah, it's kind of like a love-hate in that we get into these businesses thinking that they're going to give us time and money and freedom and all this good stuff. And we get in and we love it, right? We're entrepreneurs, like this is everything I'd hoped to be. This is so much better than working for someone else. But the time and money freedom is elusive. And because we love owning our own business so often and so much, we will forgive it for not paying the way it's supposed to be. You're not giving us the freedom it's supposed to give us. So today we're going to talk about how to keep loving being owners for ourselves and entrepreneurs and all the stuff that we love about owning our own business without having to sacrifice the time and money freedom that we really, really need to get. Because the last thing I want for you guys, Cleaning Nation, is to sacrifice the important stuff, because we're so committed to our business, which is part of why I love this community so much, is your commitment. But because of that commitment, sometimes it can blind you to, hey, this isn't making the money that I should or could be making, or maybe even could or should be was making before. But we do it because we love it. Or, yeah, I'm making okay money, but holy crap, I'm working 60, 70 hours a week, and it's good that I love it, but I don't have any balance. And maybe my spouse isn't into it, or maybe my kids are not loving that. And Denise, good to see you. Karen Coy, good to have you. So excited for the both of you. So the problem is, if you can't get this part of your business hose unkinked, you will never have the cleaning company that you want. You'll constantly be kind of negotiating with it. And the problem is, every time you negotiate, you lose, right? We treat these cleaning companies like our kids, and we make it so whatever they want, right? They demand money, they demand time, they demand everything, our life force. We give it to them because we love them so much, and the love is great, but we've got to make sure that we get out of this thing where it's firmly in control. Welcome, Evie Lynn, one of my favorite human beings in Cleaning Nation. Good to virtually see you here, sister. So let's get over the beliefs that are killing us and the truths that we need to adopt to really be able to transition from loving this business and loving this kind of taskmaster into us being the taskmaster and still loving our lives and our businesses. So first and foremost, we've got to kill forever and ever, amen, this belief that if I want more money, I just have to work harder. Right? Some version of, well, when I worked 8 hours a day, I was able to get this result. If I just work 16 hours a day, I'll get twice the result. The problem is, aside from that kind of burning you out, you've only got so many hours, right? It's not scalable, right? Once you go from 8 to 16, unless you choose to stop sleeping, which is super limited in your availability, then you can't do it again, right? It's kind of a one-trick pony. I can work harder until I'm working all I can work, and then I'm done. Jason Johnson says, what up, Mike Campion? Can't wait to see you later today. Absolutely. I don't know if you guys are still in Maui or in the airport. We're driving to Vegas because we're only about 4 hours away by car. As soon as we get off of here, kids, we're heading up. So can't wait to Jason and Kim and his wife and Natalie and I are doing dinner tonight. I couldn't be more excited. So excited. All right. So we've got to kill that whole, if I want more money, I'll just work harder. The reality is, if you want more money, you need to bring more value to the world. If you're taking notes, if you're the writer downer type, that is a writer downer. If you want more money, you've got to bring more value to the world. And to do that, you must leverage your time. It's the opposite of what we just talked about, right? The natural inclination is, well, this made me some money, I'll do more of this and I will make more money. We need to move from that to, this made me some money, this quality or caliber of work, And I feel like I'm capped unless I had infinite time, which I don't. So I have to increase the caliber of the work. And to do that, we want to increase the caliber of the value that you bring to the world. And the way that we do that is we move from things that need to be done again or done over and over again. Cleaning is a perfect example of that. You can clean for a client today, you'll just have to clean again next week, and you only get paid once for that time. Payroll, driving to accounts, putting out fires, dealing with employee drama, all that stuff is low value work. And as long as you're doing that, you only get paid on it as you're doing it. And guess what? You deal with employee drama today, there will be employee drama tomorrow. You put out fires today, more fires will go up. So we need systems and processes that install sprinkler systems to put out the fires as opposed to you doing it. And Evie Lynn says she's got envy. That's okay. Hopefully we'll get you in our next level group and you'll be at our next event in April, certainly if your body will allow it. Jason's already in Vegas. That's fantastic. Alicia Woodson in the house. We've got such a cool community. Love hanging out with you guys. These lives are so much fun. And for those of you on the recording, just go to the Facebook group, Grow My Cleaning Company Facebook group, if you want to join us on live as opposed to hearing the replay. All right. So the next belief that we've got to absolutely kill is if I just keep doing the same thing, something will change. It has to change. That is probably the most heartbreaking thing I hear from folks I talk to is it has to change. And the truth, and I hate to be the bearer of this bad news, but I'd rather me be the bearer than nobody be the bearer and you not know it. The truth is doing what you're doing guarantees the same result, even if our emotional brains won't accept that reality. So I'm going to say that again because this is so important. Doing what you're doing now guarantees you'll keep getting what you've been getting, even if your emotional brain won't accept or wrap its mind around that reality. So many of us, and this is, again, I love Cleaning Nation. You guys work so hard and you're such great people. But sometimes we allow ourselves this delusion of it'll just fix itself. If I just keep doing it, it'll have to work out. When we push and say, why? They'll say something, oh, it has to, right? Because it just doesn't make sense in our mind. How can we be putting so much passion into this thing? How can we be working so hard and not getting the results that we want? It must be a matter of if we just keep doing it, it'll sort itself out. The reality of that situation is that's not the case. You have to make a change in who you are, who you're bringing to the table as your own self, what value you're bringing, or the things that you're doing. So really important. And a lot of you guys won't verbalize it unless, I've been on calls and asked direct questions, but you just have this gut feeling of it's got to get better. I can't work this hard. There's no way I could be this passionate, work this hard and not get results. But what's fair, unfortunately, business will never give you what's fair. It only gives you what you demand and what you work for. So I really want to encourage you. We've got to kill that. If we just keep doing the same thing, something will change because it has to change, because that couldn't be further from the truth. And the corollary to that is if I just work hard now, I won't have to work hard later, right? So we kind of excuse our out of balance working like madmen or madwomen saying, well, it'll all pay off later. And the reality is it depends on what you're working on. If you're building systems and you're building culture and you're working on your own mindset and you're growing as a human being, yes, absolutely. The work that you do, and if you're following the right systems, right, you're doing kind of the right things in the right order and you're becoming the person you need to be, absolutely. Working harder now can absolutely make you not ever have to work again if you do it well enough. But the problem is, like we talked about earlier, if you're cleaning, driving, collecting money, dealing with employee drama, putting out fires, doing the day-to-day stuff, you can work hard for decades. And that's what's heartbreaking. You can do decades of that kind of a work and never get anywhere. Alan just said, hey, Mike, can't wait for my breakthrough call in the next hour. That's awesome, dude. So excited to get to talk to you. Hard you in says, hello, Mike. Brain is everything. Couldn't agree more. Man, we've got some cool people on today. All right. So really important that we don't excuse not growing as owners or not following the right system or not getting a system just by saying, oh, we'll work crazy. We'll excuse our hard work, thinking it's just going to all, if I work hard now, I won't have to work out later, without really doing the math and going, am I growing as a person? Am I putting in systems and processes and culture and things that will kind of pay me forever? Or am I just doing the same work over and over and over and working 12 hours a day? Because one of those will have a long-term payoff and one of those won't. And there's nothing more heartbreaking than having people put 10, 20 years into into something, think there's going to be a payoff and there's not. Jan Perez from Florida is here. Good to see you, sister. Glad to have you on. Okay. So the corollary of all that is, again, the systems and the processes and the mindset that's got me where I'm at now are the best way to get me to the next level. And it kind of stands to reason, especially some of us get out to that fast start. We go from 0 to 5 or 10, sometimes even 15 or $20,000 in revenue pretty quickly. And we're like, wow, we must be really good at this. So we're just going to keep doing that. The problem is oftentimes the systems and processes that are really effective to get you from 0 to 5 or 0 to 10 in revenue or even 0 to 20 are not the same systems and processes that are going to get you from 20 to 50 or 50 to 100 in a month. There are levels of success, and they each have different complexities that you kind of don't know what you don't know until you get there. Each level of success requires a system that can handle more complexity, right? Going from I clean everything myself to having one employee or one team is a massive. So going from nothing to having a full schedule, that's a whole set of problems that you need to solve in terms of how do I get clients? How do I have insurance? How do I bill people? How do I set my schedule? How do I clean in an effective way? How do I manage my own state? That's an important set of problems. Going from that to I've got to hire a team of people is a whole different set of people. And then I've got to manage multiple teams, and I've got to manage managers, and I've got to manage myself better. All of that requires different systems, different processes, and most importantly, different who, right? The owner. You have to grow to be a guy or a gal that can handle that level of business. So most owners cobble together systems to kind of band-aid the pain that they have today, right? The problem is they don't understand the big picture. So they kind of have these unintended consequences, and they don't recognize the pain that creates tomorrow. So many stretch those systems, and I'll give you guys credit, Cleaning Nation. I talk to you guys and gals that have stretched systems that really shouldn't have made it past 5, 6 grand. You're at 12 grand a month and you're wondering why you're going crazy. It's because you've got these systems that should never, like, I'm surprised you made it that far. That God bless you. But it causes so much stress and pain because we keep, again, as opposed to saying, hey, this system was a good system from 0 to 10, but not 10 to 20, we just keep working harder. So, and hopefully you're getting a lot of these are similar, right? If we want different results, we have to do different things, not more of the same thing. And I go over it so deeply because so many people have, I've got 20 minutes with you, but a lot of you guys have this so deeply ingrained in your mind that if I just do more. And the problem is, it's like drugs. It does solve the problem right now. And I've never done drugs, but from what I hear and see, the people that do drugs immediately, it solves whatever problem they got, right? If they're not feeling good, the relationships are no good, you can take drugs, and from what I see, it's great. The problem is the drugs don't last. When you come back, you've got the problems that you left are still waiting for. You got one other problem is now you got a drug addiction. So it's the same thing with working, right? Working harder will solve the problem today, right now. Feels good. You're like, I did it, solved that problem. But then what happens is you've now debilitated your team or your systems from being able to handle that problem. And you've taken the time that you would have had to work on your business, you worked in it. So things get worse as opposed to better. So again, you got to be really careful, because if it never worked, no one would fall for that. Just working harder, doing more of what I'm doing. The problem is it works a little, but it's never going to get you where you want to go. So it's really kind of an oasis, right? It's just a false paradise. Okay. So the next one that we've got to kill if we want to, because the whole goal of today's conversation is to get time and money freedom from your cleaning company, as opposed to give all your time and money to your cleaning company and become a slave. So the next step is employees, right? So at some point, if you're going to scale, even if you're happy with where you're at, which rarely do I talk to people who are, that are doing all the cleaning, if you go on vacation, you stop getting paid, right? Or you just, that's that, right? Or if you get sick, or God forbid, you want to go do something else. So we've got to get employees. And the reality is, we think if I'm constantly just telling my employees what to do, constantly like kind of do this, do that, if I follow them enough, if I give them enough checklists, if I make a big enough operations manual, they'll get better, right? If I just micromanage tight enough. The reality of the situation is if you constantly show them, so here's the big difference here. We're going from telling the employees what to do, which is fine as long as you're constantly available to tell every employee what to do in every circumstance. But again, that's a fool's errand, just like the time, right? You feel like, oh, I'll just work harder. But then you realize there's more work to be done than time in the day. And then with the employees, you're like, I'll just micromanage them closer. I'll just tell them what to do. I'll just make a thicker operations manual. I'll just make kind of all this more rules and systems and process. And again, I'm for systems and processes, but they have to work, right? We do a bunch of stuff the employees, we make systems that the employees ignore, and then we're frustrated with the employees, as opposed to, maybe my system doesn't work, right? So the reality is we've got to move from telling the employees what to do and start showing them how to show up. Okay. So it's very different. Instead of telling your employees what to do, you want to show your employees how to live, how to show up with your core values, right? And the beautiful thing, and there's a whole bunch beneath that we can't get into today, and again, spoiler, you have to select the people that share your values, right? So for us, it's have fun, make money, be real, and help out. And if I hired people that didn't have those values, I can show all I want. They're never going to be that person. But when I find someone that shares those core values, I can just show up and be that person, right? And kind of show them what it looks like to live those out in the company. And the cool thing is the next step is to get out of the way. And that's the hard, believe it or not, that's the hardest thing for some people. And again, before you're running your company with your core values, you don't want to get out of the way because they will turn it into a parking lot. But once you've got the right people, and instead of telling them what to do constantly, you're showing them how to think, how to make decisions based on your beliefs and your core values and things that are important to you. Once you've shown them how to do that, you can literally step out of the way. Believe it or not, they will run the company for you. The trick being, you got to get out of the way. If you are there as their backup, and when something goes wrong, you've trained them, call me, I'll fix it, I'll put out your fire, I'll save it, which feels good in the second, right? Just like the drugs, they call you, they say, what do I do? I don't know. And you answer the genius answer that's the best answer in the world. And they go, oh, man, you're so smart. You're great. That's why you're the boss. You feel great. They feel great. Problem solved. Until another problem comes up, in which case they call you, and then another problem, in which case they call you, and then you're on vacation or trying to eat with your family, and they call you, and nothing gets done without you being in the mix. So all that to say, really important that you show them how to believe and how to show up and how to live. You don't tell them what to do. And then you've got to get out of the way. If you never give them the chance to live that and feel that and own that and even make some small mistakes. And again, if they're living and showing up with your core values, they're not going to make big, massive mistakes. They might make some small mistakes, but that's the price you got to pay of freedom. Okay. The beautiful thing is, I guess if we're kind of trying to sum up and get all this together in the quickest, easiest way, is you must have $1 million systems and $1 million mindsets or beliefs before you can have $1 million company. And Jason says getting out of the way is not always easy. Again, when we only have 20 minutes, I got to kind of simplify things. Truer words have never been spoken, Jason, just to acknowledge everyone out there shaking their fist at the sky going, it's easier to say, you don't know my employees, they're going to go crazy, blah, blah, blah. Trust me, the good news is I've done it. I have absolutely run my company without being there for months at a time. So it is absolutely not easy. Yaya's in the house. Michael's in the house. Good to see you both. All that to say, absolutely not easy, but crucial if you are going to have some freedom. Alicia says, I just started doing this. I'm getting out of the way and it feels good. So that is the thing. It's one of those things where before you do it, it's crazy scary, but after you do it, it feels great. So you kind of have to trust yourself and your staff and your values and me to a degree on this, that this is going to work. So the beautiful thing is, like we were saying, we've got to have $1 million systems and $1 million mindset before you can have $1 million company. So many people just want kind of the magic beans. Just show me the secret, right? They come, and not that we don't try and give everything that we can on our podcasts and on these lives and our blogs and the YouTube channel. We're constantly trying to give as much value as possible. Oh, Cheryl Ann says she's reading the book and she loves it far. Fantastic. And Anna, if you want to, you can just search growing or I'm a freaking genius. Why is this business so hard? And the Amazon page will come up. But if you want to post that, if you're here, Anna, that'd be great. So people check out the book. But we had a lot of fun reading and people freaking love it. So all that to say, the point I'm trying to make is everyone wants the secret sauce. Just tell me the one easy thing I need to do, or the pieces I need to put in place to have $1 million company. The good news is there are systems and processes that work. The catch is you've got to grow as well, right? So we can't take someone that has got a $100,000 mindset and help them build $1 million company. They just won't be able to pick up the tools. So really the big truth is we can't just work harder and do more of what got us where we got. We need to upgrade our systems and we need to upgrade our beliefs. And to the ability that we're able to do that is the ability that you have to grow. So the benefit is, the cool thing is, it ain't easy, but once you become the who that you need to be, it's so easy to help you with the what you need to do. And not only will you be successful in business, you'll be super successful in life. So the cool thing is, as you grow as a person, of course it's going to help your business, but you've got to get the who before the what. So the who is you. And once we grow you as an entrepreneur, it's super easy to grow your company. But a lot of people just want to be like, just show me what to do, A, B, and C. And we certainly have systems and processes for that. But part of those systems and processes are improving you and up-leveling your, not just how you think first, which is going to up-level what you do, which is going to, believe it or not, up-level your team. So if you are like, holy crap, I need all this help, and if you've got what you need, God bless you, go get them. If you're like, I would love to figure out the systems of how to really change me as an entrepreneur, and then all the systems and processes I need to get this result in my business, that is what we do all day, every day. If you would like our help, go to growmycleaningcompany.com and sign up for the complimentary on-demand training. There's nothing for sale. It doesn't cost any money. It's the best thing that we've got. There's actually a gift at the end. But again, it won't be worth anything to you unless you're committed to growing and all in on, I'm going to grow me first, my company second. I'm willing to be the person I need to be, show up how I need to show up to win and have the results that I want. It's all there. Go to growmycleaningcompany.com. Check out again, it's a totally complimentary on-demand training. There's nothing for sale on it. It's the best, probably 50 minutes I think we put together ever. And if you liked this broadcast, you're going to love that. growmycleaningcompany.com. Check it out now. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks for tuning in to today's show. If you're fired up, ready to grow, and want to see if you have what it takes to work with us at Grow My Cleaning Company, here's what I want you to do right now. Go to growmycleaningcompany.com/talk. That's growmycleaningcompany.com/talk to book an appointment to speak with me personally. I'm going to jump on the phone with you to get you crystal clear on where you are now, where you want to be, and how to get you there. Don't walk around in the dark any longer. If you are serious about growing your cleaning company, it's time to finally get the systems in place that you need to grow. We've helped hundreds of owners of cleaning companies not only grow their business and their personal freedom, but give back to their community as well. If that's what you're looking for, head over to growmycleaningcompany.com/talk and book a time to talk with me personally. I can't wait to get to know you and your business.